So why is this comic haul? Why am I calling this comic haul? This is actually the last comic haul of March of 2023. That's because two of these, well, even though I'm uploading it on April 2nd, it's being filmed today recorded on April 1st, but I don't want to upload it today because I already have a video today. You saw that, and that's yesterday's video. So the whole reason behind that was because the books three books came in yesterday and two came in today, April 1st. I ordered them on March 30th. So it still counts as a March haul. I always counted that. I mean, I had the omnibuses from a long time back, that cheap graphic novels, that whole fiasco. That came in 2 months late, but even though I ordered it in May, I still count it as a May haul. I don't count it as anything, it's not, I still count it as a May haul. Yep, this is May. And that's coming up too, by the way. 2 months from now. Actually, no, it's a month and a half. Okay, it's April 1st. But yeah, on 27th will be my birthday. I don't know if I'll be uploading my birthday haul that day, but time will tell. That's about a month and a half from now, but I'm just on the topic of it. So yes, I always include it when I order the books. When it comes out as that haul. I did about Superman book too, even though it came out on March 1st. I ordered it in February, so it's counted as a February haul. The only times I guess I wouldn't want to include it is if I ordered something like super early, but I never do that. I never pre-order like too terribly early, unless I have to. Like if I was early enough for that JLA Avengers George Perez book, I wouldn't care how long I have to wait for that to come in. If I bought it at a reasonable price, I would have pre-ordered it that early. Anyways, let's get on with it. Now, the first one up here is a kind of a disappointment, not because of the book's content, but of the book's appearance and not appearance, but the book's. Oh god, I always I have a script in my head too, and usually because these aren't too complicated either. But that is Seven Sons. Now, what am I disappointed about? Well, you can't really tell. There's a thing here I just noticed. You can't really tell from the book itself. You would have to look it up on Amazon or Image Comics. Well, pretty much Amazon. I think Image Comics would have it. But you'd have to look it up on there to know that this book apparently has 232 pages in it. That's bullshit. I mean, it does, definitely does. But that's bullshit when you look at the book like this. And so why am I so disappointed? Well, and actually it has improved. But you can see there's a little crease bend there. Not bend, but it's weird. I know Image Comics does do this from time to time. They have a cheaper kind of paper. I call it cheaper because it does it's wavier than the usual paper that they use. Now, it's not water damage. I keep saying it to myself, and I'm like, no, it's not water damage. Do you know what a water damage book looks like from Middle West Book 3? Which I really wish I'd uploaded that video. I wish I just said, I can't believe this happened again, or not again, because it didn't happen before, but I can't believe this shit happened again, in the sense that Amazon sent me a damaged book. I should have done that, and then the Amazon rant, so I always know exactly what a water damage book looks like, once and for all. Because I did end up returning that book. But no, this book, I mean, it's just kind of annoying me that it is so thin for being a thicker book. Now, because I will fully admit, part of the reason why I bought this book was because of the deal. 232 pages for $19.99 from Image Comics. Even by Image Comics standards, that's a damn good deal. So that really pissed me off. Book comes in like this. Yeah, oh yeah, we're cheaping out. You still have to pay full price. Fuck you. And it's really? And I know you guys got my page count, but really? But I'm still glad I have it. There's a little bend here too, but just so minimal. And there was a little thing here, but again, it's just the size of the book. It's come on, really? But no, it's just not a big deal. It's just this thing too, because I don't have a whole lot of books that look like that on my shelf, especially from Image Comics. So I'm always how did that happen? Why is that so exclusive to this book? I squeeze it together, you can't tell at all. But yeah, just weird. When I finally do get to Newberry Comics, hopefully this month, I will try and find their copy and see if their copy is the same. I hope it's not exclusive to my book. So if you have Seven Sons, does your book look like this, or at least like this? Let me know in the comments below. Oh yeah, and this one collects all 7 issues of Seven Sons. And a brief plot synopsis is it's The Fugitive meets the Book of Revelations. That's the official plot. Not a plot, but it's official what Image Comics gives you. It's like basically it's like a second coming, and like he's like being it's like a fugitive. That's where the fugitive meets is that he's being he's running away from people, on the run from people, want to, whatever. It did sound interesting. I am getting a book from the library that is going to be a reread called Second Coming from Mark Russell. I really enjoyed that, and I'll get a reread out of it. But I mean, I reread books for many reasons. And one is because I really liked it, and then sometimes it's because I didn't like the book. I want to give it a second chance. Anyways, the next book is The Dead Lucky, Volume 1, The Good Die Young, by Melissa Flores. Did I say Robert Wendlam did the other one for Seven Sons? That's who wrote Seven Sons. Oh, and Jay Lee does the artwork for Seven Sons, too. That was another reason why I got it. I was like, okay, I'm getting this. Jay Lee's first Image comic since 1994, and even the 1994 one you can't get readily available. Let's go. But anyways, The Dead Lucky. Volume 1. Collecting collecting the first 6 issues. Sorry, just checking what the genre was. Come on, where's the price tag? There it is, for $9.99. Volume 1, Image Comics, $9.99. Oh, I'll go with the artwork after. You know what? I'll do that. We'll speed run. I'll tell you to do the artwork. Okay, so next one is Bonehead by Brian Edward Hill, and this one I pretty much got and this one's a nice one too because it's $9.99 Volume 1, but it's all 4 issues. But I honestly wonder if Image Comics is like, yeah, this is only a 4-issue miniseries. Charging you any more than $9.99 would be a highway robbery. So $10. I probably was, honestly, it was probably because of the fact that they thought they'd get a volume 2, but the series got canceled or whatever before they, before volume 2 or issue 5 came out. So this comes out, that's another thing I like about Image Comics. There's one book coming up that they already have the next issue of it, but something like Dead Lucky, issue 7 isn't coming out until June 7th, and the trade just came out. It's awesome. But this one's older. I do like Brian Edward Hill's writing. There's a couple of other ones I need by him. Of course, Postal is one, but mainly I need. There's another one that he did volume 1 of, and then volumes 2 and 3 were written by Matt Hawkins. Hawkins, I like to call him. I'll be getting that maybe my birthday. It's on my birthday wish list from like aunts and uncles. I'll probably just do that because there's so many other books that there's one other book that you'll see, and then some other books that I got previously. I have other books by the author on my wish list already, and it's like, why even actually one of them I don't even have my wish list. So I'm trying not to go by author. I need to get all the books by Brian Edward Hill. I can't get Bonehead. Nope, not getting it, even though it's all Bonehead in that volume. That's what I should be going for. All this series, not all the author. I drive myself insane doing that. The next one up is Virgil by Steve Orlando. Now, Steve Orlando is a writer that I know is very controversial. Not a lot of people seem to like him, but I do. I've only read a few books by him. One I didn't like, it was the Namesake, but I did like his Man-Thing from Marvel. And I feel like there's other shit by him I liked. This is an OGN, so it doesn't collect any issues, and it's also $10. Virgil, 104 pages, which is a pretty. See, Image Comics could do Seven Sons things. Because when I see 104 pages, I think it's going to be very, very thin. I have a Black Widow Marvel book that's extremely thin, and it's 104 pages. And it looks like it's 97. It looks like it's 80 pages. But this looks like it's, and again, that Seven Sons isn't a big deal. It's just kind of like, you say you have 200, and those of you who are saying, well, maybe you're overthinking it. Well, I have books that are on my shelf right here I'm looking at right now. That's basically the same amount of pages, a little bit more, and actually it's the same amount of pages. I have 2 books that are, and they're both thicker. You both can tell it's over 200 pages. Anyways, last and certainly not least is Kaya Volume 1 by Wes Craig. Now, this is the one where issue 7 or issue 6 is out already. It collects first 5 issues plus a 16-page prologue issue. Now there are, again, like with Steve Orlando, which is the other one I was alluding to, there are 2 more books I need to get from, and of course, and with Brian Hill. There are 2 books I need from Wes Craig that he's written. I know he's known primarily for being an artist, for being an artist, but he has written a few books. The other 2 didn't get best reviews, and they're full price, $16.99. So I'll be getting them whenever, but I mean at the same price I could get the last 2 Firepower books from Robert Kirkman, a writer I know I like. So it's kind of one of those things. But anyways, Kaya Volume 1. Robert Kirkman says, speaking of Robert Kirkman, he has a quote saying it's good, along with Rick Remender and James Harren, which I think is the only time I've seen his name be attributed to an MTV bit quote. And that, as I say, is that. Now I'm going to go over the artwork very quickly because I got to get my book. I was so distracted. Especially in comic hall days, I am very distracted. So, let's go over it again. We'll do a speed round. It's an actual speed round. Seven Sons, collecting all 7 issues, written by Robert Wyndham and Kevin Mao, with artwork by Jay Lee. Now, I honestly, I probably should, just so I also get it squeezed together so the book looks much better. I know it's not water damage. You can hear it's not too bad at all. I can't even tell. Anyways, the artwork for this book. I'm gonna try to go to the first page to the next few. I don't like getting too, so. I don't like going too far into the book, even like 5 pages in. The Dead Lucky, Volume 1, The Good Die Young, collecting all 6 issues, not all 6 issues, but collecting the first 6 issues plus supplementary material, written by Melissa Flores, with artwork done by, I do this thing where they're like, oh, look at how cool we look, because we're like a webpage thing, French Colormingos. This is what I'm talking about, but it's kind of annoying because they do it that way. I like the way they do. Oh, and it's a little wavy here too. Oh, me, water damage. Oh no. I think this one looks fine. Like, I don't know. But here's the artwork for that book. Very nice artwork. Melissa Flores is not a writer I know, so. But I'm kind of doing a massive verse. So the main reason why I got it is, well, first of all, it was $10 for a pretty thick trade too. Worth noting, it's the same amount of pages as Golden Rage Volume 1, which I know is the only one. I know it's a mini-series, but that was $16.99, getting to $14.99. But anyways, also I'm doing a collective, a massive verse collectathon. I want to get everything from the massive verse. It's not too bad. It's not like with Invincible, where there's 50,000 books and they're all out already. No, this is coming out. So I need to get Radiant Pink when that comes out. Inferno Girl Red, I need to at least get the last 2 issues myself, like in floppy form. I probably won't. I'm probably gonna stop getting floppies. I kind of have to, because I think I'm pretty sure I lost my card from Newbury Comics. I'm trying to, no, I just said, I'm trying to go speed round, and I'm ignoring my, so Bonehead Book 1, sorry, not Volume 1, Book 1. Brian Edward Hill with artwork done by Roald Marcelius. Here's the name. You see it? Yep. Okay. I was making sure I wasn't in the opposite direction, so to speak. Here's the artwork for that book. This one seems to be, so, Seven Sons I said was, yeah, and then Radiant Black. I've Dead Lucky as a superhero book. This one's like, it was like parkour and like skateboarding, like kind of like stunts and like that kind of stuff in the future, and that sounds pretty interesting. It's like, okay, why not check it out? $10, yeah, you can't go wrong. You can't. It is a Top Cow book. And Top Cow books, I don't have the best track record with. I actually didn't look up that. I did not look up how that book did. But it's $10. And I like Brian Edward Hill. I read his Batman and the Outsiders. Finally got all 3 volumes of that. I'll probably read that pretty soon here. And there's Virgil. Virgil is kind of like a crime mystery. You know, I'm gonna say that. Crime mystery. Yes, if you know Steve Orlando, his isms are all over this book, from what I've been told. But I don't care. You know, it's Steve Orlando. I'm one of the very, very few people who actually seem to like him. And actually, and I'm talking like all sides, both sides of the spectrum. People don't seem to like Steve Orlando all that much. And I don't like him. like him. He's the best author ever. No, he's very hit or miss for me too. And then here's Kaya, which I've heard is like Conan, Adventure Time, all those mixed into one. Just fantasy. And that, as they say, is that. I've got to get my book. I'm so far behind. I'm trying to read at least one per hour, and I'm already what, 2:15? 2:19. Oh my god. I'm almost done with Sandman anyways, the most recent issue. Which is nice. Not most recent issue I'm on. Because I read books by issue. Alright, I'm over explaining. That's it. Goodbye. 18 minutes.